as REF of the week. Median home prices are down across the United States. REO of the week, market snapshot, and Mountain View home of the week. Let's get ripping. Lots to cover. We're going to make it quick, easy, and dirty, and done. Let's really talk about this guy right here. I'm going to torture you with that view. If you follow my other posts, most of the stats that I come up with are from Ryan Lundquist, who's an appraiser up in Sacramento. This guy is my muse. He has some amazing data, and I share what I do with him. He brings me tons of ideas as far as presenting statistics. So whenever I do statistics on my Facebook or you see them, it all comes from his ideas for the Sacramento region, and I bring it down to Santa Clara County so we can all have level conversations. And he's just a great guy. He's really smart, far smarter than me. So article really talks more about, yes, we're in a precarious situation, and believe us when we tell you that we feel for you, because if you're trying to enter the market, housing affordability is a huge issue. And I know it's totally different, but this is the 1980s, right? California still faces worsening housing shortage, right? Sales slump is blamed on the Fed's overkill. When they dropped we had inflation back then. What else is there? In search of affordable homes. It's nationwide, it's worldwide right now. Affordability is just out the door. What you will find is an enormous pent-up demand waiting to be served, but finding no service at all. They're a huge group. The Gen Xers of the 1950s, they desperately want houses. They don't need to be sold on the idea, produce the house, and they'll line up for it. That doesn't mean you can come at it with, my house is worth $2 million when it's really worth 1.8. It's one of those things where you have to still attract the market, get the right amount of eyeballs. It's a balanced science that we use to attract the market, bring in the market, create offers, negotiate with those offers to get to the highest price possible. You as a seller don't demand a price. You can negotiate a price, right? That's if they can get financing, which in turn is the greatest challenge to homeowner. So back then it was 14, 15, 17%. So home prices were much lower, but we were paying a whole lot more per dollar borrowed. 1982 was a good football year, not as good for mortgage rates. 1981 mentions inflation, dropping sales volume, younger adults having lived at home longer. We had that same problem. I graduated high school in 87, went in the Marines, and came back and tried to find a house. And at that time, it was hard. This article right here was a problem back then, housing construction. Right now, we're at maybe a third of that. We're at like, I want to say 600,000, maybe a half of that, 600,000 housing starts last year across the United States. We need more homes. So if a policymaker is going to do anything to push this out, is create more homes, not more homes to rent, more homes to purchase. We can't be a nation of home renters. It just doesn't work like that, right? California median price exceeds $100,000. I'll show you in a second where we are right now. This is California, right? So closing thoughts, affordability today is no joke. It's a preeminent problem. It's been a problem since the 80s, 90s, 2000s. It's always going to be a problem because we don't have enough houses to go around. Every generation struggles. It's different. We had different struggles back then versus what you're facing today. We're seeing rents escalate. We're seeing all sorts of different things that are making it far more difficult for you right now. And we understand that. Understand that this is a bad time. Right? We had a great time 2 years ago. We had a firestorm. People were buying up houses left and right. For 15 years, we had a good seller's market. And right now, buyers are struggling to get into houses, first-time buyers, right? I get that. Yesterday, we talked about how much you need to make in order to buy a median-priced home in Santa Clara. You can go to my blog and see yesterday's video on that. Don't lose hope. I know it's struggling. It's hard. My suggestion is if you can't buy a house, buy a condo or townhouses. I hate the HOA idea, but at least you get into it and you build up some equity while you're saving up more money. And then you have a little bit more control, because when you're a renter, you have zero control. Your rent goes up, equity builds, all sorts of stuff. It makes it really difficult for you to continue to rent in a place over 30 years. Buy now. I think it was $337 every day you're losing in equity build. Keep that in mind. So this is median sold prices of existing single family homes. Santa Clara, 1.7 million. The average price is 2,088,000. The median price was 1.7. Last year, the year before, it was 1.48. We had a huge jump, 16.7%. That goes into that daily equity loss. And it's not just California, it's all across the nation. Okay, Ryan Warner, good friend of mine, former client, loves to send me REWTS, but check this out. Guys, if you ever see a plumber doing that to your house, these joists are there to support the house. This looks like it's in the attic. Even if it's on the floor, your house is going to cave in eventually. All that will fail at one point or another. If you see that, tell them to stop. Serious. REWTF. Okay, Mountain View Home of the Week. This is Spencer Ave. It's a beautiful home. It's a measly $4.3 million, 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,923 square feet. This is not my listing. Beautiful house. The only thing I don't like about it are the wood tiles. I would have replaced that before I put solar on, but that solar heating, those are solar electric. This is solar heating for a pool, and that's easy to remove. This home has been completely updated and manicured and well loved. It's a huge kitchen. It's a party kitchen. If you want to look more into this, the link will be in my blog. Please take a look. REO of the week. This is Mackenzie Place. This is in San Jose. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I think there's an HOA on this. 1,900 square foot, built in 204. This is bank owned. It's been on the market 1 day. It's 20 years old. Oh yeah, no, never mind. $103. I have problems with HOAs. They control everything. Typically, they're managed by nitpicky presidents, and they'll fine you for every little thing. I don't know, that gate right there that needs to be fixed. It's a pain, but it is what it is, right? You get certain things, like you don't have to take care of the streets, the common ground, if there is any. But look, you're right next to wires. This is typical 20-year-old home. I sold a home that looks just like this in Palmilla, but it was 2,500 square feet, much bigger kitchen, much bigger area. Here, it actually went back another 10 or 15 feet. And then or in the kitchen area, or on this side, it had a little family nook. And then the buyer moved in. It wasn't in an HOA. There's 2 different developments in Palmilla. One has no HOA and the other does. They're like patio homes. The ones that are not HOA governed, this guy came in and painted his house burnt orange. Just ridiculous. House. Not too many pictures you can do with a vacant house, right? That's why I always say you should have it staged. There you go. If you're looking at buying a property, a bank-owned property, this is it right here, Mackenzie Ave. Give me a call. These are CMAs. I keep these for a couple of days and I get rid of them. If you're interested in me sending you, these are the numbers I use to form this up right here so you can look at it. We have 88 homes over 40 days on market. 47 of them are over 90 days. We only have 63 bank-owned properties in the Bay Area. That's ridiculous. That is right here. That's all these little green dots that you see. Not a lot. All of California is 143. San Jose, we have 162 active homes for sale. That's another part of the problem. But we talk about that over and over again. Supply is just so short that prices, there's a built up demand. You have to have far more. You need to be at like 700 or 800, maybe even higher, to have a balanced market in San Jose. Santa Clara is the same thing. All over the United States, we have a dwindling supply. Closes last week, we had a measly 25. Last year, average sales price was 1.3. This year, average sales price is 1.5, which is pretty big Delta. That's awesome. Median price is 1.3. This is San Jose, right? You go outside, you do all of Santa Clara, and those numbers are much larger because you have Palo Alto, Mountain View, etc. Those houses go for much more. I think, say, Measure B or Measure 8, where we voted to increase property tax if your house sold for over $2 million. That really hurt home values increasing in San Jose. So if you're looking for a place to find your house increasing, move out of San Jose, because your house will not stay on parity with houses you buy in Los Gatos and Cupertino. And yes, I know that cost of entry right there is a lot higher, but you're going to see your home value increase exponentially higher than it will in San Jose. High was 1.2 or 120 over list price. The low is 85. Pricing is huge. How you price your house, how you attract your market is hugely important. Let's see. 24 out of the 45 closes, or 53%, were over list price. That's from 1001 to 1.2 over list price. Days on market averaged 24. Last year, we averaged 29 at the same time. Last year overall was 18. So we did see the numbers go down, and it's coming back up a little bit. Pendings 57, that's good and healthy. 29 list price decrease. That means pricing is still an issue. If you overprice your property, it's going to sit, and then you're going to be pissed off at your agent, and that's the last thing you want to do. TFT or transaction fell through. You have mamby-pamby buyers. That also produces them. When buyers lowball an offer because it's been on market for 30, 40, 50 days, then they try to negotiate. Cancellations last 7 days, 9. So we're seeing the properties that we have on market actually sell, which is good, and it's healthy. It's a healthy market. We're still in a very healthy market. Today we talked about 1980s numbers or housing versus today's housing, and how there's the same vibe. It's different, but it's almost the same because high interest rates, lack of housing, lots of stuff. We also had REWTF, Mountain View House of the Week, and REO of the Week, and we did our market snapshot for San Jose. See you tomorrow.